It's Friday Farm Vlog! So we want to know if our farm animals are going to recognize us or if they're going to think that there's Pikachus and giraffes running around the backyard. Do you think they're going to be scared?
I think so.
Kaden?
Woohoo!
Do you think they're going to be scared of you?
Yep.
Or do you think they're going to love it?
I think they're going to be scared of me.
Oh my goodness. All right, so chickens can recognize faces, so we'll see if they can tell it's us. And then the goats, I don't know, I think the goats are just going to start eating our tails. Let's go see.
They'll chase me. We're going to see if they're scared of us. Everybody. Did you see them?
Now normally, Chucky would come right over to us because he's our friendly young rooster, but he was definitely hesitant. The costumes are throwing him off. Doug, on the other hand, he's our shy guy, so I wasn't expecting him to come over. Let's see if we can get the main flock of chickens to come running over when I call them, or are they gonna hesitate when they see us? Let's find out. Okay, whenever I call the chickens, I always have a snack for them, so that way there's a reward to them coming when I call them. Today it's gonna be sardines. So let's see if they'll take the sardines from us, even though
we're Pikachus and giraffes. Hey everyone, they are just opening the cans. So, did you know I have real gems? Real gems. Come to my house any day.
Chickies!
Oh, Jackie baby! Jackie!
Chickies!
Jackie baby!
So we got 2 to come over, but the rest of them are definitely nervous. This is not their usual response. Usually they come running right over for their treats. They are definitely confused by the costumes. Chickies! They know my voice, but not sure about the outfit.
Oh,
Chickies!
oh, Jackie baby! Oh, Jackie baby!
Let's try without the hood. Chickies! Chickies!
Woohoo!
Okay, they're much happier when I took the giraffe hood off. So, faces. It's about the faces for the chickens. Okay, let's go see what the goats think of our costumes.
Yeah!
Miss Elizabeth?
They're trying to eat it, Mom. They're trying to eat my tail. Oh, well.
All right, Miss Elizabeth Bennett, our little baby goat, she's a little bit nervous of the costumes. But Amelia and Nancy don't seem fazed by it. Hi, pretty girl. Hi, it's just Mommy. Hi. So as you saw, Miss Amelia is still letting Miss Elizabeth Bennett nurse on her, which I think is incredible that she's still willing to allow that. Oh, hi, pretty girl.
I'm very happy.
You're all excited now, huh? Let's see how the boys react to us. The twins are not fazed. Rory just thinks we're crazy. This little guy is scared. Hey, baby. It's okay. Mr. Darcy. Oh, careful. Mr. Darcy doesn't like the costumes. Let me take my hat off. Hey!
Buddy.
Take your hat off.
Hi,
Oh, he says that's better. Now I can see your face. Rory's like, I don't get it. What are we doing today? You okay, Mr. Darcy? Is he licking your ears? Oh my goodness, they're eating my costume. Alright, so that went as expected. Some were scared, some didn't recognize our face, and some were okay with it. So we got a little mixture of reactions there. And Chucky here, good news, we found him a home. He is going to his new home tomorrow. And I'm so happy that he is going to have an awesome home as the only rooster with some other Buff Orpington hens. And Doug here, he's going to miss his buddy, his brother Chucky, but he will not be alone. We are going to move Wilbur in with Doug. And Wilbur is Charlotte's only male baby that she had. She had the 3 girls who went to their new home together, but Wilbur has been still in the main chicken coop. But he is big enough and it's time to move him out. But I'm going to wait till Mr. Chucky goes to his new home, so we don't have to worry about any integration issues with Chucky, who's the head rooster. And then Doug and Wilbur can figure out their pecking order and have each other for company. And eventually, Wally and Otto can move in with them too, once they get a little bit bigger. That's Fern's baby boys. But we sure will miss Mr. Chucky. Now Spooky Pookie, our barn cat, he's been exploring the farm more. But he keeps getting chased out of the backyard by either our roosters or our goats. But I like seeing him coming back here more and more. He does love to explore the woods.
Look out! Look out!
But he's really good at catching mice, and he's a really nice, friendly cat.
Come on. Yeah, I'm gonna get him down for you. Oh.
But Miss Amelia is very protective of her baby, and so she will chase out the dogs or the cats. Alright, so let's move you out. You are purring up a storm.
Came through the chicken pen.
Yeah.
And climbed up our little secret way. And then came in to see me.
Aw. Alright, let's go take him out. So he doesn't get chased by Amelia. This kitty has been in with the chicks. He's been in with the main flock. I haven't had any issues with him bothering the chickens. But he has been well socialized to the chicks from a young kitten. So I think that certainly helps. The chickens are certainly leery of the cats, but thankfully we haven't had problems between the cats and the chickens, aside from the roosters just chasing the cats away from their hens. I'm really happy that both cats stick around the property. Definitely think it helps that they're both neutered and that we got them as kittens, and they live in our garage, so they're well socialized and they always have a place inside to sleep. And they always have free choice cat food, fresh water. And they got everything they need. As you can see behind me, I've got a bunch of hay and straw. With the cold weather we've been having, I have been stocking up for the winter to make sure that we are well supplied. This cold weather that we got has put me into winter prep mode, and so that means that instead of just shavings inside of the sheds for the chickens and goats, I am cleaning them all out, putting down my shavings as a base layer, and then a thick layer of straw. Now the straw I was able to get from my parents after our Halloween hayride adventure, and so that is amazing that they were able to give that to me so that I can use that all winter long for the goats and chickens. So the goats were so happy to get a thick layer of straw added into their goat shed. And this year going into winter, we have 2 goat sheds, and we have our main chicken coop, our chick coop, and our rooster tractor trailer. So we got a lot more going on this year for preparation for winter. Sweet girl. And also we are switching buckets over to coolers for the winter. We've had some freezing cold weather and buckets have been freezing. However, I don't have enough buckets now that we have expanded with our extra chicken coops and we have our extra male goat shed. So I've got some ordering to do for more coolers. I do like this one for the goats. It's a nice big one. It's an Igloo 8-quart cooler, and it just really does help with keeping the water from freezing overnight in the winter. So I do add pretty warm water into this in the evening and then leave it through the night, and by the morning, most mornings it's still liquid. However, there are some really cold nights that we get in Massachusetts where we'll have a thin layer of ice at the top of it, but nothing that you can't just poke a finger and break through it. So it does help. Hi, sweet girl. Hi. And for the chickens, I use a smaller cooler, and the reason I don't go for a bigger cooler is because first off, I want the chickens to be able to get their head down in there, so I don't want it to be too tall, and also I don't want it to be so big that they could jump in and get stuck. So I do go for a smaller size, but I have a small flock and I do switch the water out twice daily with warm water to keep it from freezing. And so the smaller cooler works for me. I will put links for each of those coolers down below if it's something you wanted to check out for your flock or herd this winter. I showed the little cooler to the young pullets that I have in the chick coop to see if they would be interested in using that, because I do need to come up with a solution for them as well. Turns out they were tall enough. That was a concern. I needed to make sure they were tall enough to get their head in there. They were definitely nervous about it though. And I remember my flock being nervous about it at first too. And so I had kept both their regular water and that out for quite a while they got used to both of them. And eventually they switched just to the cooler and they used that well. So I did get to encourage the young pullets to drink out of it by putting my finger in there and calling them over and showing them that it was just water, that it was okay. And so I'm gonna order them one of those little coolers and have them start getting used to it before the really cold winter weather sets in. But this morning we did have water frozen on the plastic chick buckets that were exposed to the cold. But thankfully the water in the chick coop didn't freeze, because I do find those 12 pullets in that little chick coop keep some good body heat going when they're closed up like that. So that's been working so far with a regular waterer, but I don't think it's gonna work when we're getting some serious freezing temperatures this winter. But I am hoping by then I'll have the pullets integrated with the main flock, so we'll just have to see how that all goes. You are just so lovey-dovey, huh? Yeah, you're such a sweet goat.
She really does love you.
She does. She's my girl. But yes, it's been a busy week moving all this straw, moving all this hay in, getting everything stacked, and getting the sheds filled up with straw. But other than preparing this farm for winter with all the hay and straw, it's been a busy week of making soap. So every Sunday I do Soaping Sunday and show all the soap I've been making and all the progression I'm making as far as turning it into a business, the steps I'm taking. And we are getting close. So I am hopeful that I will be able to start selling soap hopefully before Christmas, so sometime in December. I'm really working hard to get to that point. But if you haven't seen Soaping Sunday yet, you should definitely check it out on Sundays and see what kind of soap we've been making with Fancy Nancy's goat milk. But thanks for joining us today. And if you haven't started your farm yet, what are you waiting for? Get your farm on.
Like and subscribe! And if you want more of this farm, check out our YouTube.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you want a farm? A wicked awesome farm? Watch this channel to learn what to do. We love to farm and we'll show you. Yeah.